This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. We apologize for getting on the air late here tonight as they are running way behind at Marsh Valley. The freshman game, which was also played in the main gym here this evening, ran way over time. And the JV game just got done a short time ago, in which Preston won the JV game tonight. And now, finally, the varsity teams are on the floor getting loosened up for their game coming up in just a few minutes. For the Preston Indians, as they come into the game here tonight, they have a record of 12-3. They, of course, as we mentioned the other night, are the top-ranked 4A team in the state of Utah. So they'll come in as a number one ranked team, and they'll take on Marsh Valley here tonight, which has kind of struggled a little bit on and off during the season as they come in a game over 500. They are 7-6 overall on the year. For the Indians, they're coming off a big win at home, as they had a win in their first conference game of the year. They beat Pocatello, actually at Pocatello, not at home, I should say. They beat Pocatello 50-26 to collect the first of their conference wins this season. And it was also their fourth straight win in a row, which sets a new season high for them in that category as well. As they come to work here this evening, it's their second meeting of the year against Marsh Valley. They Preston beat Marsh Valley at Preston Gym back on November the 20th by a 54-24 score. If you date back to the 2010 season, this will be the 19th game between these two teams since the 2010 season, as Preston leads that series by a 12-6 margin going all the way back to 2010. In fact, Preston has also won the last 8 games in a row overall. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, have a little bit more on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, My Local Radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today. 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency, offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500. Or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here on the pregame show as the Indians and the Eagles of Marsh Valley getting ready to go here in just a few minutes. They're having some technical issues with the NFHS system from Marsh Valley. Hopefully they're going to be able to get their graphics working again. They died about halfway through the third quarter of the JV game, and they didn't have a clock and score that ran for the rest of the game. So hopefully we'll be able to at least have a clock that'll tell us exactly how much time is left in the quarters and the game as we move along. As far as the keys to tonight's game, brought to you by Naylor Insurance. First of all, for the Indians, just continue to play the way they have been playing. They've been playing very well as a team. They've won 4 straight, and they had a great game the other night against Pocatello as they're able to make the most of the opportunities they were given, and that's exactly what Preston will need to do to be successful here this evening, as it can be done, and they've had great run of success against Marsh Valley and can certainly continue that tonight with another win on the road. Time to meet the starters in tonight's game. For the Indians, it'll be Sidney Marlowe, the senior, averaging 5.5 points a game. Riley Ward will run the offense at the point. The junior, she also averages 5.5 points. In the middle, Kylie Larson, the team's leading scorer. The seniors averaging 12.8 points per game. And Michaela Robertson, the junior, averaging just over 7 points a contest. And Haley Meek, starting tonight, also averaging over 12 points a game. And the juniors having a great year this year for the Preston Indians. Time to meet the starters now for the Marsh Valley Eagles, coming into the game with a 7-6 mark overall. And for Marsh Valley, it'll be number 2, Sophie Hadley. Sophie averaging just under 8 points a game so far this year. Also, getting a start this evening is number 14, Marcy Lunt, the junior, averaging just under 5 points a game. Number 22 is Haley Burnett, the junior, averaging 5.5 points a game. Trying to make out it'll be Alexia Christensen, the senior, also averages 5.5 points a game. And their leading scorer is Zoe Armstrong, the senior, who's averaging about 14.5 points a game and led the team in scoring in that first meeting against Preston this year when she had a total of 10 points in that game overall. So we're ready to play some basketball from Marsh Valley. Glad to have you along tonight. Dan Hubbard bring you the game, and John Beverly back in studio. And glad to have you with us here, either on mylocalradio.com or on KCH Radio, FM 105.5 and AM 1340. So we're ready to go as the tip is controlled by Larson. She tips it into the front court, and the Indians will control it. Robertson, top of the key, has the ball. Has to try to back it out a little bit. She'll give it off to Meek here on the near side as the Indians, for you folks listening on the radio, going from right to left here in the first quarter as they get it down low to Sydney Marlowe. As she tries to turn and go up, she's fouled and will make her way to the free throw line here early on. As we mentioned the clock problem, and so far, well, there is no clock, there is no graphics operating on the scoreboard as Marlowe misses the first of her 2 free throw attempts. Sydney ready again. The next one also is just a little bit too long, so she misses them both. And the rebound is off to the Eagles as they quickly make their way up the court. 3-on-1. Hustling back as Larson can't get her hand on it, but the shot is too strong, and Marlowe has the rebound. And again, here come the Indians back up the floor. They give it to Ward. She's got to slow things down a little bit. Over to Meek on the right side in the right corner. Lob it down low to Marlowe. Can't get a shot. Robertson for a 3. That's no good. And again, battle for the ball. And this foul is, I believe, going to go against Sydney Marlowe, and that'll be her first. So full court pressure here by the Indians as they bring the ball back up the floor. Will the Eagles as it comes up to Lunt. Marcy Lunt dribbles to the right elbow, kicks it off as it comes back to Haley Burnett. Again, back to Burnett. 14-foot jumper is good from just inside the paint. As Robertson has it back in for the Indians, quickly gets it up the floor, comes to Meek, lost it, but again ends up right in the hands of Larson, and she's trying to drive to the basket. She takes a little bit of a whack across the arm. The ball will belong to the Indians as it's going to go out of bounds underneath their own basket. So Riley Ward will trigger it back in. Gets it in to Meek in the on the right side. Free throw line extended. Robertson swing it all the way back over to the left side. Ward now back to Robertson. She's got a 3 in, out, stays out. Nice rebound inside by Larson. And Kylie's able to put it back in and ties the game at 2. Again, full court pressure here by the Indians. As able to break the presses, Lunt up into the front court. Her pass is intercepted by Haley Meek. Now she's double teamed in the backcourt, and the ball is dribbled off of the foot of one of the Eagle players, number 2, Sophie Hadley. And the ball will stay with the Indians right in front of their own basket here as they, again, work the ball up into the front court. As it comes to Meek, Larson pops out in the left corner to intercept the pass, gives it back to Meek, lob it down low, nice give and go down low, and Larson's got another 2. So Preston with their first lead of the game as they lead at 4-2. Comes back over to Ward as the Preston Indians again take the ball away on good pressure. And Ward hits the little jumper, and Preston now leads 6-2. Bennett up into the front court. As she gets it over, it's Lunt at the right elbow. A long 3 put up by Bennett, and she hit it. Nice shot by Bennett from straight away. She hits the long 3. 6-5, Preston on top. They get the ball back up in the front court. Meek can line up a 3 of her own. That's too long. High rebound is pulled down inside by the Eagles as they'll again get it up into the front court. As Armstrong holds it, gives it off. Here's another 3, this time from the left side. That's put up by Hadley. That's no good. Indians have the rebound, and Robertson will push it back up into the front court once again. Robertson, left alone. She takes about the little 12-foot bank shot. That's no good. Larson puts it up. That's no good. Now the third attempt here for the Indians is Meek's three. That's no good. And Ward's got the rebound again. Get back down low. They try to get it to Larson. She dropped it off her foot, and that goes out of bounds. So 6'5" Indians. Adri Billknap, the junior, will come in here for the Eagles as she'll replace Sophie Hadley, who heads to the bench. Full court pressure again put on by the Indians as this time the Eagles go over the top of the defense and get it up into the front court. Inside, Armstrong can't get the shot. Three-pointer from the left corner, needs a bounce, won't get it. And it bounces off of the hands of Marcy Lunt and goes out of bounds, and Preston's going to get the ball back again. So they get it in. They put on full court pressure that comes to Robertson at the midcourt stripe. Nice break here of the break the press by the Indians. And inside it's Kylie Larson with a short little jumper in the paint. And Preston goes up 8-5, yes. Back outside, Bennett. She'll hold on to it. As holding it there is Armstrong. Comes over here on the right side to Lunt. Tries to go baseline. Gets cut off by Robertson and then loses the ball out of bounds. Must have dribbled it off her foot as it ended up way over against under the basket. So another turnover for Marsh Valley. Again, full court pressure put on here. The Indians get it inbounds. They get it to Ward, who races it across the timeline. Back to Meek. Oh, nice move. Tries to drive. Has a big lane wide open all the way to the basket as Haley Meek gets her first 2 points of the game. And it's 10-5. Preston goes up by 5. Has a bad pass again. Another turnover against Marsh Valley. They got it up into the front court and tried to get it over into the left corner where there's a player standing there waiting for it. And the pass missed the Eagle player by probably a good 10 feet. And they throw it out of bounds. Addie Mosher into the game here for the Indians. As Preston gets the ball up into the front court, Meek has it. Meek wants to drive, gets cut off at the right elbow. Goes down on the right baseline to Marlowe, kick it back out to Mosher. Addie drives, runs into some traffic, lays it off. Marlowe has it, and Sid is hit with a foul as she tries to go up. So for the second time tonight, she will go to the free throw line. So Sydney Marlowe will go back to the free throw line, and the first one is no good. She's 0 for 3 from the stripe so far tonight. A 57% free throw shooter on the year is Sid. And she tries the next one. Needs a bounce, goes in, comes out. So she misses all 4 of her free throw attempts so far on the night. And here come the Eagles again back the other way. As Lunt has it, comes through the paint, can't get a shot. Give it back to Armstrong. Her first look of the night is good from 3. So 10-8. Preston stays in the lead, but it's been cut down as it comes to Marlowe. Now Mosier has it as they break the press, and Mosier's pass is errant and goes out of bounds. It's a turnover against the Indians. So a couple of subs in here for Marsh Valley as their leading scorer, Zoe Armstrong, nails a 3 on the first time she was able to get a shot off here in the game. Sophie Hadley back into the game, gives it off over in the corner. Dropped there momentarily. Now it comes back to Armstrong again. She penetrates the three-point ring, then pull it back out and come back out across the top of the key. Back to Hadley on the right side, back to Armstrong. She holds it up high over her head. Waits, now gets it inside, back outside. Hadley tries a 3. That's an air ball. And the rebound taken away by Marlowe. She gets it off to Ward, who races the ball back up into the front court. She goes baseline all the way. Layup won't go down for her. Larson has the rebound. Kick it back out. Swing it back over to Meek on the left side. Haley holds the ball now puts it to the dribble. Brings it back out toward the top of the key. Wants to penetrate again all the way. Too strong. Marlowe's got that rebound. Her outlet pass comes back to Mosier. Goes off her hands and out of bounds. Another turnover against Preston. 10-8, Preston leads. Again, can't tell you how much time's left in the quarter as their clock is not operating on their graphics computer as we do the game from an alternate location because of COVID-19. Keisha Knapp into the game for the first time here for the Indians as Larson comes out. Outside, they set up for another three, and that banks in. So it's 11-10, and our second lead change of the game as the Eagles able to hit a couple of threes and get back into the lead. They led 2-0, now they lead at 11-10. Comes back out, Marlowe, a little runner in the lane, that's no good. Rebound is off to Hadley, and she travels. So the traveling violation will give the ball again back to the Indians. Robertson comes in. Meek heads to the bench to get a little bit of a break. As Riley Ward will bring it in from underneath her own basket in the front court. She gets it into Marlowe, and Marlowe had it knocked away. And see what the indication is. They're going to say it was off Marlowe's foot and out of bounds. So the ball again will go back to Marsh Valley. And after they get the ball in bounds, the Eagles try to get it to Sophie Hadley, and it goes right through her hands. So one turnover leads to another. And ball again will come back to the Indians. On the side, right in front of the benches. They get it into Robertson up into the front court. Lay it down. Nice pass to Keisha Knapp for the easy layup. So Knapp puts the Indians back in front again at 12-11 as she gets her first 2 points of the game. As a foul whistle down low, and what do we got? We got a no shot. And a foul, I believe, was called on Addie Mosier. As they get it in, it comes into Hadley. Can't get the shot off. Gives it off, gets it back. Now goes back down to the left corner. Drive, baseline, little jumper from along the baseline. That's no good. Rebound is inside, and it's taken away there as the rebound by Lunt. Gives it off, now gets it back. She drives, kicks it back over again. This is a jumper from the right side. That's no good. And another long shot. That's going to be an air ball and goes out of bounds as Sophie Hadley not able to get that one to go down for her. We're in the first quarter. Preston leading 12-11 over Marsh Valley as Riley Ward gets it up into the front court. She lets go a long three to beat the buzzer and hit it. Riley Ward with a long shot. She threw up at the buzzer from right in front of the Marsh Valley bench, and she hit the basket, and Preston will go off leading 15-11 after the first quarter here tonight. We'll take a timeout. Back with second quarter action right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Starting the second quarter, a little layup down low for Kylie Larson, and she makes that. And she's got 8 points here in the first quarter, and it's 17-11, Preston leading by 6. Welcome back here in the second quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Another three-pointer again by Armstrong. That one's too strong, and Larson has the rebound. Quick outlet to Ward. Cross-court pass comes to Robertson. Pulls up from 15. No. Knapp has the rebound. Tries to go up, and she's fouled. So Keisha Knapp, with a good hustle up the floor, goes up to get the rebound. Now she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And the free throw line has not been a good place for her so far this season, as she has yet to make a foul shot, and that one's no good. She's now 0 for 8 on the year from the foul line as Haley Meek comes back onto the floor here for the Indians. Riley Ward heads to the bench, and Keisha makes the second, and she has 3 points here in the game. 18-11. Preston leading here early on, second quarter. As Armstrong dribbles against Meek, goes around Meek all the way to the basket, blocked by Robertson. Picks it out of midair, throws it up the floor. There's Mosier, and she can't get the layup to go down. Then the ball was tapped by the trailer on the play, Keisha Knapp, and goes out of bounds. So Addie just trying to corral the ball and get in a position where she could shoot. Got her footwork messed up and couldn't get the layup to go down. So now back up into the front court again here in the hands of the Eagles. Luntz on the right side. Mosier takes it away. She rolls it to Knapp, but a timeout called quickly by Coach Harris just to try to make sure that they maintain possession of the ball. So a quick timeout. We'll take it as well and be right back.
KACA.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
Well, Preston will retain possession of the ball on the great defensive play by Addie Mosier to make sure that they kept possession of the ball. As the ball comes to Mosier, gets it up into the front court. Robertson on the left side holds it there. Knapp pops out to get the pass. Kick it back over to Robertson. Can't get the shot. Swing it back over. Mosier back down low to Larson, off the glass and in. Kylie Larson able to extend. Preston now leads 20-11. As the ball deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with Marsh Valley. Preston has another game tomorrow afternoon, again on the road, as they will be at Green Canyon in North Logan tomorrow afternoon. That game tips off at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We will not have coverage of that, as we'll be busy doing the boys' game, which is an early start as well at home tomorrow afternoon against Twin Falls. That game tips off at about 5:30. As the ball comes to Armstrong for the Eagles, lob it back down inside. Luntz gets cut off, so she'll pull the ball back outside again. Swing across court to Hadley. Looking was Bennett, tries to drive. Her shot is good. Haley Bennett has 8 points here in the first half, and it's 20-13. Preston with the lead here midway second quarter. Mosier to Meek, free throw line extended left. Larson back out top to receive the pass, comes back to Robertson, who lines up a three. That's no good. Meek able to chase it down in the corner, able to now pull back up, lob it inside. Nice pass inside to Larson. Kylie's got that one as well and picks up another 2 points. 22-13. Preston leads by 9. Deflected pass taken away again by the Indians. Mosier gets it up into the front court. She's double teamed, so she kind of slows it down a little bit. Comes back to Larson. Runner in the lane, off the glass, no good. Offensive foul against Kylie. And she tried to jump in between a couple of players. It'll be a player control foul, and it'll be her first in the game. So the Eagles have the ball and get the ball back up into the front court. Comes off to Lunt. Lunt double teamed. They knocked the ball away, but it comes to Armstrong. Doesn't take the shot. Gives it off to Hadley from the left corner. That's too long. And the ball tapped, goes out of bounds over by to the Preston bench. and the Indians will have the ball. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North First West in Preston. Preston has the ball up the floor, try to get it to Knapp, and it goes off her hands and goes out of bounds as they hustled the ball up the floor quickly, but the pass down low to Larson went off her hands. So here's Hadley back up into the front court. Comes back outside to Zoe Armstrong. She's their leading scorer, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Driving and a whistle, and Meek going to get called for a blocking foul. That's the first of the game against Haley here this evening as well. And the ball will still be out of bounds. A couple of subs in. Marlowe back in for the Indians. Sarah Sutton in for the first time here for Marsh Valley. And also Adri Belknap into the game here, returns to the floor for the Eagles. As the ball comes in, it was deflected by Mosier, almost got it away from her. Armstrong's 15-foot jumper from straightaway is no good. Larson pulls down the rebound, gives it off to Robertson. Comes to Meek, free throw line extended right, holds it above her head as Larson comes out to set the screen. But Meek will go the other way and bring it back across the top of the key. Back to Mosier. Drives, kicks it off in the corner. It goes to Robertson. Spin move, tries to drive, gives it back to Larson at the free throw line. Her pass goes down low. Now kick it back inside to Marlowe. First one no good. Second one is good by Sydney. She gets the easy layup. And Preston extends the lead by 2 more. It's 24-13. Biggest lead of the night for the Indians is 11. Armstrong will hand it off as it comes back to Lunt again. Three-pointer from the corner by Hadley again is no good. Air ball again taken away by the Indians. They hustle up the floor as it comes back to Mosier. Addie skip it back over to Meek. A three of her own. No good off the back iron. Larson has the rebound inside. Couldn't get turned as it ends up in the hands of Addie Mosier, who hits the jumper from about 16. And Preston again will extend the lead once again. It's now 26-13, a 13-point lead for the Indians here in quarter number 2. Quarter number 2, of course, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. As they hand the ball to Belknap, she dropped it. Then they had to get it back. Zoe Armstrong comes to help out. She has the ball, free throw line extended to the right. Looks back out top. She'll go to Lunt back to the top of the key. Lunt goes around Mosier, gets cut off. She'll shoot over the top of Larson. That's no good. Robertson has the rebound. They come up the floor quickly. Back to Marlowe. Her layup is no good. Robertson had it, lost the rebound. Here come the Eagles again, back the other way quickly. It's Armstrong in the key, and she goes up and she's fouled. So Zoe Armstrong is going to go to the free throw line as the foul, I believe, is on Robertson. That's her first here in the game. And tonight's game is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering you many options for your insurance coverage needs. 85 South State Street in Preston is where you can find them, or give them a call at 852-2500, 852-2500. Armstrong makes the first free throw. (26-14) the score now. And Armstrong will go back to the free throw line to shoot the second. She makes them both. Armstrong's got 5, and it's 26-15. So here come the Indians back up into the front court again as Ward has it. Free throw line extended left. Tries to drive baseline, gets cut off, so she'll bring it back out top to Meek. Meek pull-up jumper. No, nice little layoff pass to Larson for another layup down low. Larson's got 14. And it's 28-15, the lead back out to 13 points again for the Indians. And Armstrong tries to throw it over in the corner to get it to Lunt, and that's out of her reach and goes out of bounds. Another turnover to go back to the Indians as Sophie Hadley will come back into the game here again for the Eagles. Another, as they get it in, it's off the hands of Meek and goes out of bounds. About to say another game we got our eye on here tonight is Utah State is playing down in Lubbock, Texas, the alternate site because of COVID for New Mexico, and they're about almost halfway as a shot no good, and it's pulled down again by the Eagles. Almost halfway through the second half, and Utah State leading Mexico 54-25. So the Aggies on their way to a fairly easy win, it would appear. Eagles have the ball as it is Armstrong trying to direct traffic a little bit. They throw it over on the angle, right or left rather, goes down in the corner, comes back out to Hadley. Skip pass, ends up back in the hands of Armstrong. She wants to drive, flips it up in the air. It's off the glass, no good. Larson has the rebound, and then a foul against the Eagles, as it'll be Kylie Larson coming into the game here for Preston. And under full court pressure, they get it in here against the Eagles. Meek in the back court. Runs it up toward the timeline, gets it up into the front court. Now she'll be double teamed there. Marlowe pops out to set the screen. She comes down the left side. Little pull-up jumper from about 12 is good. Haley Meek picks up a couple of points. 30-15, biggest lead of the game here in the first half for the Indians, 15 points. Eagles get it back to Zoe Armstrong, top of the key. She'll snap the pass down to Hadley in the left corner, drives baseline, tries to go above Larson. Larson got a hand on the first one, but she couldn't control it, and it came back to Hadley, and she's able to put it back in. Here's Lords up in the front court, inside to Marlowe, kick it back outside. Now they get it down inside, try to get it down to Larson, it was punched away, but it comes to Ward, and there's the horn, and that's the way the first half ends here this evening, as Preston will go off into the locker room, leading 30-17 after the first half of action here tonight. Second quarter brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Remember, their compassionate staff helps you with all your concerns in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. Stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction Halftime Report coming right up.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for Chem Dry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, Chem Dry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The halftime report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1800. 232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Lusage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-18.
KACH.
Welcome back. This is the Ralph Construction halftime report as Preston leading 30-17 after the first half of play at the Marsh Valley here tonight. As the Indians really able to get out and play well, moving the ball well, getting the ball down low, and Kylie Larson has been incredible down low as she has collected 14 points in the first half, as she has had a definite size advantage over the Eagles, and she's been able to take advantage of that, much like she did in the first meeting of the year between the two teams. As in that first meeting back in Preston, back in mid-November, Larson had 18 points and 13 rebounds, and she's well on her way to at least eclipsing that 18-point mark tonight, as she led all scorers in the first half with 14 points overall for the Indians here in the first half. Preston taking care of the ball and taking care of the foul situation as the Eagles shot only 2 free throws in the game. Both of those were by Zoe Armstrong in the first half. But the Indians didn't shoot very many more either, as they shot a total of 4 in the first half, all by Sydney Marlowe, as she made one. I take that back. There was some others. They shot two others. So Preston has made 2 out of 6 from the free throw line so far here in the game as well. So we'll take another timeout. We'll come back and we'll take a full look at the stats from the first half. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, here's a look at the stat sheet from the first half. First for the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles, Sophie Hadley had 2 points in the first half. Zoe Armstrong, their leading scorer, had a total of 5, pair of free throws and a 3-point basket. Haley Bennett had 8 in the first half to lead the Eagles in scoring. For the Preston Indians, Sydney Marlowe had 2, Keisha Knapp had 3. 5 points in the first half for Riley Ward, including a 3 at the end of the first half. Kylie Larson, as we mentioned, had 14 in the first half. Addie Mosier had 2, and Haley Meek finished the first half with 4 points overall for the Preston Indians. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back a little bit more here at halftime right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
One other game we're keeping our eye on tonight, it's a final in the NBA as the Utah Jazz pick up a road win tonight. They beat Milwaukee 131 to 118. And as we told you, we're also watching the Utah State game. They lead 58-31 about halfway through the second half. Take a timeout. We'll come back second half from Marsh Valley coming up next.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Well, we start the second half. Preston has the ball to start the second half. Larson has it, gives it over to Ward in the corner. A nice return pass to Larson, cutting to the basket, and it's tapped out of bounds by the Eagles, and it'll stay with Preston underneath their own hoop. So nice first half by the Indians. They get the ball in to Larson, or Marlowe rather, knocked out of her hands. Comes back out top as ends up in the hands of Robertson. Ward, free throw line extended right, back out top to Meek. Holds it over her head, comes back to Ward on the right side, back to Meek, swing it back over to the left. Robertson looks at a three, it's too strong, and the rebound comes off to the Eagles. Comes to Zoe Armstrong in the back court. She races it back up into the front court with Riley Ward right on her tail as they get it inside. Lunt has it, can't get the shot. Three-pointer here from Bennett, that's no good, as Marlowe's going to screen out the rebounder and let the ball just trickle out of bounds. And Preston will have the ball back once again. So 30-17, Preston leads at the halftime break as we start the third quarter. Ward into the front court. Marlowe swing it back over to Meek. Nice little head fake. She drives along the baseline, lay it up, missed the layup, but the rebound's pulled down by Meek, able to go get her own rebound. Back to Robertson. 15-foot jumper is good. Kayla, who did not score in the first half, hits on her first shot here in half number 2, and it's 32-17. Armstrong holds on to it, swings it over on the right side, back to Lunt. Lunt now wants to drive, goes around Robertson, gets it back out top to Armstrong once again. And Zoe again will back it back out as Ward follows her out by the timeline. She drives, goes around Ward, scoop shot is good. Well, she got that one to go down. She now has 7 in the contest. Ward back up into the front court here for the Indians. Robertson back out top. Marlowe pops up to get it. Now it's back to Robertson again. Takes another 3 and hits this one. 5 quick points by Michaela Robertson here in the second half. And Preston extends the lead. 35-19 the score as Preston extends their lead back out a little bit. It's held by Bennett. She gets it back out top to Lunt, wants to drive, can't get the shot. She kicks it to Marlowe, or to Hadley rather, in the left corner. As gets it back to Lunt, she drives, can't make the layup. Preston has the ball. Ward pushes the ball back up into the front court as she comes up the far sideline. She had it tapped away from behind. They take it away again. Armstrong comes up the floor in the paint, dips between a couple of players. The shot is good as Hadley got that one, got the nice soft shooter's bounce and got it to fall back in. 35-21, Preston leads by 14. Robertson up into the front court. Almost lost it. Able to get it back, gets it back to Ward on the angle left, swing it back to Robertson. She's going to take another 3. That one's no good. Larson with the rebound, but Larson went over the back to get the rebound, and that's going to be the foul on Kylie, and I believe that is her second of the game. So with a 14-point lead, the Indians give the ball back to the Eagles once again, who walked the ball up the court. Armstrong gives it off to Lunt. Can't get the shot. As it goes to Bennett, now back to Lunt again. Comes back to Armstrong on the angle left. Pulls it up over her head, puts the ball to the dribble, comes back across the top of the key. Tough defense by Ward. As Armstrong able to go around it, gets a little penetration, then backs it back out again as it comes back to Hadley Bennett. Bennett's shot initially blocked. She gets it back, kicks it back out in the corner. They snap the pass back outside as he comes back to Lunt once again. Lunt will give it back to Armstrong, top of the key. Again, just trying to bark out instructions and direct traffic. So she cuts again down the lane, can't get the shot. Comes back to Bennett for another 3, is good again. Bennett's got a pair of 3s. And it's 35-24. Meek has it for the Indians in the left corner in the front court. Robertson back to Ward. Great pass down low to Larson off the glass and in. Kylie's got 16 tonight. And it's 37-24. Preston again goes back up by 13. Lunt's going to try a 3. That's no good. And Meek has that rebound for the Indians on a shot that was almost an air ball, hit the glass after not hitting the rim at all. As here comes Meek up into the front court. Lays it off to Robertson. Michaela goes baseline, and she's able to hit that. Boy, Michaela's got off to a heck of a start here in the second half. She has 7 quick points here in the third quarter, and the Marsh Valley Eagles want a timeout, and will take it here as well, as Preston with a big lead. We'll be right back.
KACH.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, fresh bakery, fresh deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily as well. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. Our next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon as the boys will be at home against Twin Falls. That will be a 5:15 pregame show, 5:30 tap. A little bit earlier than normal to allow the Twin Valley guys to travel back home tomorrow afternoon and get home at a halfway decent hour. So Preston leading 39-23. As they get the ball back in, they being the Eagles, kick it back outside again. Over in the right corner, three-pointer from there is no good, and Keisha Knapp back into the game, grabs the rebound. She hands it off to Addie Mosier, who races the ball back up into the front court as she's back in the game as well, replacing Haley Meek. Mosier down low on the right block. It goes to Robertson, off the glass and in. Caleb's got 9 here all early on here in the third quarter. It's been a heck of a quarter for Robertson. And Preston cracks the 40-point mark here. They have 41 points here midway through quarter number 3. Driving, Lunt runs into Knapp. They're going to call a foul on Knapp. No, I take it back. The foul's going to go against Addie Mosier. I thought they were going to call it on Knapp for a blocking foul. They called it on Mosier instead. So the ball stays in the hands of the Eagles front court underneath their own basket as they get it in as Armstrong receives the pass at the top of the key. She looks at the defense as Preston kind of settles into a 2-3 zone, matchup zone here, as over the top of the defense. That's no good. Ball tapped by Knapp, controlled by Knapp as the Indians have the rebound. Back to Robertson up into the front court as the pass goes off of the hands of Marlowe and goes out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley with Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, and Dodge trucks. They're all available right here in the city of Preston. Eagles get the ball back up across the timeline again. 41-23, Preston on top. Lunt drives, shoots over the top of Knapp. No good. Knapp had the rebound. It was stripped away from her. Ends up in the hands of Mosier, who gives it to Ward. Quickly up into the front court. It comes to Marlowe. And Sid has it knocked away from her. And the Preston Indians will hold on to the ball here. Lords and Meek will come back into the game. Robertson and Riley Ward leave for the Indians. As Ryan Harris dips into his bench again. Marlowe gets it in to Haley Meek in the left corner. Holds it up over her head, down low. Nice pass to Marlowe. Sid tries to go up, and they're going to call that a block and a held ball. And on the alternating possession rule, the ball's going to come back over to Marsh Valley again. So on the alternating possession rule, Marsh Valley will get the ball back as Hadley comes in, and Zoe Armstrong will go to the bench for the Eagles, who now get the ball back up across the timeline with no pressure from the Indian defense. As the ball comes over into the left corner, that's Marshall. She gives it off. Back out front. Oops, I lost it. It's taken away by Meek. Here come the Indians 2-on-2. Meek all the way to the basket. No good. Rebound to Knapp, and Keisha able to go back up and put it in. Keisha's got 5 points in the game, and Preston leads by 20. It's 43-23. Hadley gives it off in the corner as Ainsley Marshall, the senior, tries to cut baseline, can't go that way, so they'll bring the ball back out top again. Belknap back into the game, gives it off, comes back in the hands of Hadley, top of the key. She tries to drive. Lord's got a hand on it, knocked that away, taken away by Meek up into the front court. Marlowe back to Lords as she'll pull it back out and give it back to Addie Moser again. Moser wants to drive all the way. A little scoop shot all the way. She's fouled and can't get it to go down, but she will go to the free throw line. Nope, they call it a walk apparently. So traveling call against Mosier. Instead of a foul, we make it a turnover, and the ball will come back over to the Eagles once again. So here's Marsh Valley back up into the front court, trailing by 20. Belknap drives, 15-foot jumper from straightaway is no good. That's tapped strong, but tapped out of bounds by the Eagles, and the Indians get the ball back again. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area in Preston. For information on how you can have a new home built for your needs or desires, call 435-232-1837 for Ralph's Construction. As the Indians got it up in the front court, and that's the way the third quarter will end, as Meek had it, dropped it, and the buzzer goes off. So after 3, Preston leads by 20. 43-23. Fourth quarter coming up right after this.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Indians have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Kylie Larson takes a shot, no good, and it's pulled down by the Eagles as Armstrong back onto the floor has the rebound. Back up into the front court. Shot from the left side, that's no good. And Kylie Larson has that rebound for the Preston Indians, who lead by 20 to start the fourth. Mosher down low. Knapp has her shot blocked, but she's fouled, and she'll go back to the free throw line again. Tonight's game brought to you in part by ChemDry of Northern Utah, introducing Micro Pro Shield disinfecting plus antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days for safer homes and businesses and greater peace of mind. If you live in Cache or Box Elder counties, you can call tonight at 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah, as Acacia Knapp makes the first free throw. She's 2 out of 3 from the line tonight, and her second one, that is also good. So Acacia having a good night from the free throw line tonight, and Preston now leads 45-23. Eagles have the ball back up in the front court as they hold it up above her head. Meek comes along and steals it, but then lost it out of bounds. But it's going to stay with the Indians, as it was last touched by Marsh Valley before it did cross over the barrier. And Meek will bring it in from right in front of the Marsh Valley bench. As she gets it in, whoops, that's knocked away. Good hands by Armstrong as she came away and took the ball away from Lords, but it went out of bounds. And again, it'll stay with Preston. This time, baseline backcourt under full court pressure here by the Eagles. Lords to get it in. She does successfully to Meek. Full court pressure again. Haley gets across the timeline as the Marsh Valley defense now starts to settle back into a regular defensive posture as the lob goes into the post to Larson, but they're able to take it away from her. And here come the Eagles again, back the other way. Up into the front court, Bennett gives it off to Armstrong. Wants to drive, can't get around Lord, so she'll pull the ball back out again. Looks down the right side, goes around Lords, kicks it off into the corner. Three-pointer from the right side is no good, put up there by Hadley, and the Indians have the rebound. Here comes Meek, all the way up the floor, down low to Moser. Addie is, again, trapped down low, and this time called for a foul, as the officials say that she tried to clear out with an elbow, and that's going to be 3 on Addie here tonight. So the foul against Mosier, and here comes Armstrong and the Eagles again back up the floor. Alexa Christensen, the senior, had it, lost it. Mosier able to take it away, and then she's fouled on a run out going up the floor. And the ball come out of bounds, be out of bounds right in front of the Preston bench where they'll bring it in as Riley Ward will return to the floor. And Haley Meek goes to the bench with her 5 points here tonight. Ward, top of the key, swing it over on the right side to Lords, lob it down low as they try to get it inside to Knapp, and it goes off her hands and out of bounds. So Preston getting some other players a little bit of playing time, so some of that continuity kind of going by the wayside. Excuse me. As Lunt drives down the middle, goes off the glass, no good. Knapp had the rebound, had it punched away, and now next shot no good again, and another held ball, and this one is going to stay with the Eagles down here at their end of the floor. So more changes by the Indians. Larson back in, as is Robertson, as Lords and Knapp head to the bench for Preston. Preston with a handful lead here tonight as Armstrong drives off the glass, needs a roll, won't get it. Tapped outside, Ward has it in the corner. Nice tap outside by Larson to get the ball out of trouble, and Ward able to hustle the ball back up into the front court. As a telegraph pass to Mosier, they were sitting waiting for that. Lunt got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. 45-23, Preston on top. They lead by 22. Three-pointer put up by Robertson. That's no good. She's had a big third quarter, misses her first shot here of the fourth, and quickly they get it back up into the front court. A Bennett three-pointer. That's no good. Long rebound comes back to Robertson again. A one-shot trip for the Eagles. Now they double-team the ball in the back court, and they're able to get it to Ward. Riley sidesteps one player. Here come the Indians. Mosher swing it over, try to get it to Marlowe, but the pass was too tall and goes out of bounds. 1:21 left in the Utah State game against New Mexico, and it's 77-46, so Utah State's going to pick up another nice win. It's going to be their 8th win in a row on the year. Utah Jazz also a winner earlier tonight as well, as Lunt, top of the key, backs the ball out. Now wants to drive on Robertson. She'll just kick it off as it comes back over to Hadley. Now back out top to Zoe Armstrong again. Armstrong driving, left hand off the glass, no good. As up high, Larson just snatches that ball out of the air. She'll hand it to Ward, who quickly races up the floor, down the middle, kick it back to Robertson. She steps inside the arc and hits the two. Robertson has 10, all here in the second half. Actually make it 11 here in the second half, and another timeout called on the floor by Marsh Valley. So the timeout here in the fourth, we'll take it one as well and be right back.
KACA.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
As a reminder, the girls have another game tomorrow afternoon as they will head down to the North Logan area. They'll be at Green Canyon tomorrow afternoon, tip-off at 4 o'clock. And the boys at home tomorrow, 5:30 tip-off against Twin Falls tomorrow afternoon as well, as we'll have coverage of the boys versus Twin Falls tomorrow afternoon on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. So we're in the fourth quarter. Preston leading 47-23. 24-point lead for the Indians. On their way to another win as they'll improve their record to 13-3 on this season. As up into the front court, Marshall has it for the Eagles. Looks to give it off to Hadley. Now Hadley finally able to receive it. Sophie, nice drive, goes around down low and gets the layup. Nice drive by Sophie Hadley. Got the shot up and around Keisha Knapp for the hoop. And it's 47-25. Ward drives, nice little look-off pass down low to Keisha Knapp for the layup. Keisha's got 9 in the game. That's one of her better games of the year. As goes out of bounds and it stays with the Eagles after they got the ball up into the front court. So a great output tonight by Acacia Knapp, getting lots of playing time and be able to take advantage of that playing time. Our ball comes into Zoe Armstrong. Wanted to take the three, couldn't. Now hangs on to it, and she's being faced up by Meek. Armstrong, crossover dribble, now goes behind her back. Still can't penetrate that defense as she swings it over on the right side. Bring it back up to the top of the key, back to Armstrong again. A long three from straight away. As the camera system needs to refresh. So, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. The shot's no good. Sid Marlowe has able to grab the rebound. Ball up into the front court here for the Indians. Knapp has it back up to the top of the key. Swing it back over to Ward in the right corner. Back out top. Back to Robertson again. The hot hand shoots again. No good. Ward has the rebound. Put it back up from 8, and it's in. So Ward has 7 in the game. 51-25. The lead back to 26 again. Now they get the graphics computer working with 2.5 to play in the game. 52 is what they have on the scoreboard, so that's what we'll go with. Shot no good, and the Indians have the rebound again, coming back up into the front court. Ward gets it off. Robertson has it on the left side. Get it down low to Marlowe, and Sydney, as she turned and put the shot up, she ran into a player, and they're going to say it's going to be a foul, and Marlowe's going to go back to the free throw line. Tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. It's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston. Give them a call at 852-0810. 52-26. With 2:08 left in regulation, Ed Marlowe's first free throw is good. Sydney, 1 of 5 from the free throw line tonight as Lords come back in and Larson will leave. Larson, who I don't believe scored in the second half, leaves with 16. Marlowe's next free throw is just a little short off the front of the rim. And holding foul against Acacia Knapp. That's just her first here tonight. As they'll get Marlowe out of the game. So it's Knapp, Mosher, Robertson, Lords, and Ward on the floor here for the Indians as we go under 2 minutes to play. Driving, little shot from the left side. That's no good. Meek on the floor, too. I guess she just came back in as Haley has the rebound here for the Indians. She weaves her way through traffic, gets it back up in the front court. She goes around Belknap, pulls up at the free throw line, and it's going to be a foul called against the Eagles. Neither side in the bonus as of yet, so Preston will get the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Shot there by Knapp, that's no good. And the rebound again comes down to the Eagles. Armstrong up into the front court, gives it off in the corner. Driving off the glass and in. A shot put up by Ainsley Marshall. Her first 2 points of the game, and it's 53-28. As Ward has it in the corner for the Indians. And the ball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Preston down here and their end of the floor. As Emma Kuntz onto the floor here for the Indians, getting some playing time here in the last few minutes of the game. As the ball taken away, stolen away by the Eagles, 2-on-1. They get it back. Belknap's shot, that's no good. And the rebound is off long. And Preston again will bring it back up into the front court. As it ends up back in the hands of Ward. We go under a minute, and Ryan Harris wants a timeout with 46 seconds left to play in the contest. So we got a little business we still need to do. Take a timeout and be right back.
KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
46 seconds to play in the game. Preston leading handily by 25 as they get the ball into Moser. Addy will give it up back to Ward as the clock runs. And comes to Lords in the corner. Back out top to Moser again. And Moser gives it back to Kuntz. Comes back to Knapp again as they swing it back outside, back in the hands of Riley Ward. Ward driving, back down low. It ends up in the hands of Kuntz. So swing it back around the top, back to Lords. We go under 10 seconds now to play in the game. Knapp steps in, doesn't take the shot, as they're just going to run out the final 46 seconds. Now Knapp will shoot at the buzzer, and that's no good. And Preston will win their fifth game in a row, as the final score here tonight, 53-28. Preston wins it as they improve to 13-3 overall on the year. A nice effort tonight against Marsh Valley, as the Eagles able to come, or the Indians rather, able to come away with a win here tonight. Stay tuned for the postgame show. It's coming up right after this.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
a proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
Well, the top-ranked Lady Indians from Preston High School, the number one ranked team in 4A, made easy and quick work tonight of the Marsh Valley Eagles, beating them for the second time this year. Final score tonight, 53-28, as Preston led by 13 at halftime and didn't really let up the gas after that. They led by 20 at the end of the third quarter and ended up winning it fairly handily. Preston was able to use their size advantage inside tonight very well, as their two big girls in the middle, Kylie Larson and Keisha Knapp, had big nights scoring, as Knapp finished the game with 9. Larson had a total of 15, and the hot hand of Michaela Robertson showed up in the second half, as she had 11 points all in the second half of tonight's game. So Preston able to improve their record to 13-3. They've won 9 in a row now over Marsh Valley, and dating back to 2010, Preston has also won 13 of the 19 games played since the 2010 season against the Marsh Valley Eagles. Taking time out, we'll come back, look at the score sheet right after this.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Welcome back as the Indians win it tonight by a final score of 53-28 over the Marsh Valley Eagles. As we take a look at the score sheet from tonight's game, Adri Belknap played but did not score for Marsh Valley. Sophie Hadley finished the game with 6. Lexia Christensen played but did not score. Ainsley Marshall finished the game with 2. Their leading scorer coming in was Zoe Armstrong, averaging 14.5 points a game, and she could only score a total of 7 points tonight against the Indians. Macy Lunt played but did not score, and Haley Bennett led the Eagles in scoring tonight. She finished the game with 11 points overall. The Eagles shot only 2 free throws the entire game. Now, those were in the first half, and those were both shot by Zoe Armstrong, and she made both of them. So they finished the game 2 for 2 from the free throw line here tonight. For the Preston Lady Indians, Sydney Marlowe finished with 3. Keisha Knapp, with one of her better games this year, had 9 in the contest. Riley Ward had 7. Kylie Larson finished the game with 15. Carly Lords played but did not score. Addie Moser had a total of 2 points in the game tonight. Michaela Robertson had 11, all in the second half, and Haley Meek had a total of 4 points tonight. Preston didn't shoot a whole lot of free throws either, as the officials were letting them play and didn't call a whole lot of fouls. Preston only shot a total of 10 free throws tonight, and they made 3 of the 10 that they did shoot. So the final score, 53-28. Take another timeout. We'll come back and tell you what's on tap for the Lady Indians coming up right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, coming up tomorrow, the Lady Indians again will be on the road as they will be at Green Canyon tomorrow afternoon, as they'll put again that winning streak on the line tomorrow against Green Canyon. Tip-off of that game is at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We will not have coverage of that game for you, as we will be covering the boys, the Preston boys, tomorrow, as they will be at home. The Twin Falls Bruins come to Preston Gym tomorrow afternoon. That's a 5:30 tip-off at Preston Gym, 5:15 for the pregame show. And don't forget, we'll also have video coverage of the JV game tomorrow for you as well. That game tips off at Preston at 4 o'clock. Against the Twin Falls Bruins. So that'll wrap up our coverage for here for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio engineer tonight has been John Beverly. Until tomorrow afternoon, we'll talk to you from Preston Gym when the boys take on the Twin Falls Bruins tomorrow. I'm Dan Hubbard reminding you of the final score as the Lady Indians pull off a 53-28 win tonight at Marsh Valley and keep that number one ranking in the 4A in the state. So until tomorrow afternoon, we will talk to you then, and everybody have a great night and have a good weekend as well. Talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.